Hello, Watem here, and welcome back to some more Higurashi When They Cry. Sorry, this is coming out a bit late, but yeah. In terms of anime news, yeah, second episode came out a couple of days ago, and apparently they pulled a fast one on us. I haven't actually watched the episode, but I have heard like news articles or quote-unquote news articles talking about how they've released a new title and new key visual thing which has Hanyu in it, so I can only assume. I've also seen like the new trailer which also has Hanyu in it and like the fragments, so yeah, I'll probably come back to that once I finish this. And speaking of finishing this, yeah, I saw the achievement list kind of thing as I was loading the game, and yeah, there's not many chapters left. There's only like 5 achievements left, so like at least 2 or 3 of them are just like finishing the game. So like one for the epilogue, one for all the notes, one for the talking with what's his name, and then like 2 more chapters, I'd guess. So yeah, enough about that. Let's continue. So who was it that actually showed up? Shion and Mion's surprised reactions made me feel nervous.
さあ、ケイイチ君、君が代表だ。戸惑うことはない。行こう。
The group of men clapped me on the shoulders. But I can't go. The police are here.
はいはいはい、ストップストップ。沖宮署の大石です。皆さんこんにちは。どちらへおいでですかな。
なんじゃいお前は。警察が住民の代表の陳情を妨害するとはどういう了見じゃ。
いえいえ、園崎先生。これはですね、相談所側からの要請に基づく出動でございまして。
Sonozaki sensei? Is he a teacher from some school? Wait, no, I don't have time to joke around. This man in a hakama must be the Sonozaki family's representative on the prefectural assembly. I heard that he's a really scary guy when he raises his voice, just like Mion's grandma.
じゃかましい。警察は突っ込んでろ。おお、お前にここに来て陳情を妨害しろと命令しよったのは誰じゃ。
いえ、所長から直々でして。いやー、所長には逆らえませんもので。
沖宮署の署長だな。後で厳重抗議しちゃう。首を洗って待っとけと言うておけや。
Oshi's partner was doing his best not to laugh.
はいはい、伝えておきます。でですね、とりあえず獅子骨市の条例がございまして。
Rules? Perish the thought.
施設長である相談所長がですね、彼らが入るとジムに支障があるってんで、権限の範囲内で敷地からの退去を命じてるわけなんです。
I mean, this isn't exactly a business, is it? It's a government thing. Service. That's it. As Soichi-san explained in a strange half-troubled and half-delighted manner. One of the intelligent-looking guys started talking instead to Representative Sonozaki.
どうも。園崎法律相談事務所より参りました。弁護士の園崎です。
So not only is he Sonozaki's lawyer, but he's a Sonozaki lawyer.
市児童相談所施行条例は拝見させていただきましたが、本件は不当で職権乱用にあたります。
So putting on lawyer on to help.
こちらは施行条例の副社。また前原圭一氏はひなみ沢連合長会が委任した陳情団の団長です。
Oh, they're really rallying behind him.
こちらが連合長会発行の委任状。
Wait. Since Hinamizawa Unified Council, what? This is power of attorney issued by the council. Since when? What?
ひなみ沢連合長会は鹿骨市役所自治係の立ち会いの下で結成された善意の住民団体です。
They certainly did that quickly. Well, it's only been like a day since Oreo agreed, and already? We've already formed a Good Samaritan Organization of Citizens. Yes.
よって前原圭一氏は正当な手続きを経て結成された住民団体の正当な代表者と認められます。
Yes, he's totally a representative of the organization, and he's totally aware that he's a representative of the organization.
この陳情を否定するのは明らかな職権乱用であり、これは市職員服務規定にも違反します。以上から児童相談所長の命令が執行することは明らかであり、それに対し警察がこれ以上の妨害を行う場合、
わかりました。ごめんなさい。どうぞ皆さんお通りください。
最初からすっ込んどればええんじゃ。
Not only the fact that he just folds instantly, the way in which he does so, like the okay, my apologies, well you can carry on everyone. Like the whole you can carry on everyone. That's great.
行くぞ圭一君。
全員で入られればやっぱりそれはジムに支障が出ると思うんですがね。
ご心配なく。団長以下の我々代表団だけで入ります。この人数でも業務に支障があると言われますか。相談所内の待合ロビーにはソファーが4機あり、10人程度の訪問者は十分に想定の範囲内で。
And now the lawyer gets to dictate the terms.
失礼しました。打足でした。どうぞお通りください。
前原君、行きましょう。もう私たちを遮る敵はいません。
はい。おいレナ、ミオシオン、リカちゃんも行くぞ。
行こうみんな。やはりこれはお寮の口利きですか？だね。
It's impressive how quickly it's happened though.
まさかバッチャこの人たちにまで声をかけてくれるとはね。見て見ぬふりどころか園崎本家最大支援じゃないですか。大ババ様、どういう心変わりですか？レナは驚かないけどな。みーちゃんのおばあちゃんきっと力になってくれるって信じてた。
そっか、あのばあさんにはとんでもないことをたくさん言っちまったけどチクショー。
じゃあみんな私たちは行ってくるね。
The crowd cheers. The main event is about to begin.
前原さん、委員長、宝蔵お願いします。さとこちゃんお願い。
前原の坊主、しっかりな。
いよいよ天皇さんでござるよ。ご武王でござる。
エンジェルモーと敵団兵連隊退路を確保。同志の突撃を援護せよ。ケイ、頼むぜ。熱いのを一発ぶちかましてやれ。
見てろよ。やってやるぜ。前原さん、ここで待ってます。良い知らせを待っていますよ。
必ず良い知らせを。先生も待ってますからね。
I pumped my fist in the air in response to their high expectations. We entered a child consultation center, backed by the power of the Sonozaki family. I finally made it. It was cool inside the building, unlike the outside world. I could still hear the crowd, but at a lower volume. It was loud enough to hear their cheers. The staff of the building must have known who we were. They tried to concentrate on their work as if they didn't see us.
こんにちは。今日はどんなご用でしょうか。
Rip.
前原圭一です。北条聡子の件についてお願いに上がりました。
死のうの言わんで所長出さんか。ひなみ沢連長の代表の前原氏が来とるんじゃ。所長対応せんかい。
所長はただいま所用で手が離せません。代わって私がお話を賜ります。
どうも、園崎法律相談事務所より参りました弁護士の園崎です。以後の会話はすべて録音させていただきますのでご了承をお願いいたします。どうか責任あるご返答をお願いいたします。
所長の手が空くかどうか確認いたします。少々お待ちください。
原山くん、お久しぶりです。園崎議員、その説は大変お世話になりまして、今日はひなみ沢連合町会の代表団のメンバーとしてお伺いしました。所長さんに会わせてください。大変失礼しました。君、所長席前の応接にご案内してお茶をお出しして。
I guess the power of a representative can really get public officials moving. I heard that there are both prefectural and municipal representatives of the Sonozaki family. We have the power of both of them today. That means we have nothing to fear. We were inside his office, but the head of the office wasn't to be found. I'm sure he's somewhere in this building. All the exits are blocked. There's no way he could escape from us. He'd better not be thinking that he can hide from us all day. The head of the office, in fact, was peeping out through the blinds of the meeting room on the second floor. He was shaking in fear. Why are they inside the building? What are the police doing?
それが県議と市議の園崎議員が両方おいでで、あと弁護士らしき人もいます。責任ある回答と言われると管理職以外では対応できません。
Okay, I've got it. Today is Saturday. It's nearly 3, right? I'll just stay here until then. Have them leave after we close up. You know, I'll talk with the municipal manager about what to do next.
自治の係長からは折れといた方がいいってご助言いただきませんでしたっけ？
町会って言うからもっと近所のおっさんなんかが来ると思ってたのに、なんで議員が来るわ、弁護士が来るわ、ヤクザは来るわ。
Yeah, well, you know.
人が200人も集まってくるわけですか。
それがそのひなみ沢ですから。
Anyway, the offices are closing in 10 minutes. I'm sure they'll threaten me if I meet with them. But I'm not going to concede. That's my duty as a civil servant. I've been working for the government for 40 years. I'm not ashamed to boast about that. I'll never compromise just because some gangster threatens me. In the next moment, the phone in the conference room rang loudly. The head of the office nearly jumped out of his skin. Never compromise? scared even of the phone. He told the manager to tell whoever it was that he wasn't there.
もしもし原山です。ああ、どうも。変わります。所長、自治です。
Hello? I'm in deep trouble. There are about 200 people surrounding the consultation center right now. They even have representatives on their side. What should I do?
だから私申し上げましたよね、所長。
But it's your job as a municipal government to control trouble within the town councils. Do something about this. It's your sworn duty to take care of this.
いや、別に自治はそういう係じゃありませんよ。いや、自治の仕事は地域コミュニティの活性化と行政との連帯を。
I don't care. Can't you do something about this?
こうなったら向こうの言い分に譲歩するしかないですよ。建前はこの際引っ込めた方がいいです。私どもも住民あっての行政なんですから。ねえ、所長さん。ちょっとここは一つ穏便に妥協できませんかね。
You're an official too, aren't you? How dare you take the side of the town council? I'm not going to concede. I'm going to follow the regulations. Civil servants' duty is to conduct business impartially. I've never broken that rule in my entire career. I passed the administrator's exam because I always follow the rules.
まあ、最終的な判断は所長にお任せします。こちらも努力はしますが、だから所長、私言いましたよね。連中を怒らしちゃいけないって。
Fine. Then I won't ask for your help anymore. I'm hanging up the phone. Click.
所長、今日は3時で逃げ切ったとして月曜にもまた来ますが、その時はどうするんですか？自治にまでサジを投げられたらもう市長室にはとっくに話がいってます。月曜の町議で多分話が出ますよ。
I haven't done anything that would upset the mayor. No matter what he says to me, that's what I'll tell him. Eek. The phone rang once again. Also, once again, the head of the office trembled in fear. The manager had to reluctantly pick up the phone.
はい。つないでください。はい。お電話変わりました。ただいま変わります。お待ちください。所長、お電話です。
こんにちは。自治じゃなく誰からです？
市長からお電話です。
はい、そうですね。ひなみ沢地区6町会を束ねる連合町会を代表されていらっしゃってる皆さんです。そうですね。ぜひ話を聞いてあげてください。そんなことはありませんよ。公平さはとても大切ですが、地域に合った柔軟な対応をしてこその市政です。よろしくお願いします。今日の話が終わりましたら、今日の6時までに市長室に直接報告にいらっしゃってください。
Well, there goes his out.
よろしくお願いいたします。
The man spoke with a gentle demeanor, but in a tone that didn't allow objection. Then the elderly man in a double suit set the receiver down.
すまんねえ。エロー助かったんよ。
Ori was sitting on the couch in the reception area. Akane was there with her, too.
とんでもない。それにしても、本庁舎に直接いらっしゃるのは、ずいぶん久しぶりになりますよね。園崎さんが直接おいでになられるから、何事かと思いました。
すまんねえ。ものを頼むんかいね。直接来んとな、礼儀悪いと思うたんよ。
I wonder what the mayor's view on it is. If it's just like, I have to do this, or if it's like, this is interesting. Or if he's like, actually for it or
す
scared
まんねえ、ほんま。
or whatever.
いえいえ、当方の職員が大変に失礼いたしました。司政が町会の皆さんとの連携で成り立っていることをよく指導しなかった私の不徳が招いた事態です。
So he says. However, the mayor couldn't believe that Empress Sonozaki came all the way to see him just to save one little girl. It's a huge deal when Oryo Sonozaki comes directly to his office. It's also unusual for her to do things indirectly to begin with. Rather than leading the charge herself, she was having Keiichi Maibara save Sadako. The mayor understood that she was doing this so Keiichi Maibara would get all the credit. Because of that, he was very interested in this young Keiichi Maibara.
しかし、聞けば聞くほど関心な若者ですね。
Yeah, sounds like he is genuinely interested.
友達を助けるためにそれだけの運動を起こす情熱と気力はなかなか今時の若者には見られません。
そうなんよ、そうなんよ。大した若い手段ね。あんなのがいてくれたら、わーしはいつお迎えが来ても、いつでもひなみざを任せられるわ。
ババ様、お迎えなんて縁起でもないよ。
長いきゃするもんさな。あかね、今後も何かあったら、圭一の面倒見たったれえな。
あらま、すっかり気に入っちゃって。私が男の子を産まなかったのまだ根に持ってるのかい？
It was now 3 p.m. They heard the announcement that the center was closing. The head of the office finally showed up in the room. He seemed like a totally different person. When I first met him, he had a cold attitude and responded to questions with blunt answers. Now he was much nicer and agreed with everything we said. I guess the power we held must have intimidated him. If I was alone, I would have never gotten him to listen to me. It's thanks to everyone's support that I'm able to talk to him now.
わかりました。本当に申し訳ございませんでした。直ちに対応いたします。係長、北条さんのお宅に電話してください。
わかりました。
Sadako, finally. Finally, you're free. You're finally free. I can do words in the right order. Definitely. Teppei stopped kicking her as he heard the phone ring. He could ignore the call, but if it was someone from the child consultation center, he might become suspicious of him. He'd hurt Sadako enough to leave bruises. He couldn't let them visit, so he had no choice but to deal with them over the phone.
これぐらいで勘弁しちゃんがな。ええか、通帳の場所、電話が終わるまでに思い出しとかんね。
Time is running out. Things are definitely drawing to a close. All Sadako could do was curl up and cry.
もしもし、どちら様？
お世話になっております。沖宮の生活相談所でございます。
またかいね。あんたとこも暇やんな。うちばっかりかまっちょなんで、他の仕事せえな。お前の給料俺の税金で賄っとんやん。
申し訳ございません。これからうちの職員がお邪魔させていただきますが、よろしいでしょうか。
よろしいわけない。今な、家の中を大掃除中なんねん。誰もお迎えできるような状況にありまへん。また日を改めてえな。
The consultation center wouldn't give up. Teppei wanted to hang up the phone, but if he did, he knew that they'd show up for sure.
今日
は聡子さんはお休みしていると聞いていますが、ご在宅ですね。病気なのに外出させてるということはございませんよね。申し訳ございません。聡子さんに大至急確認したいことがございまして。
なんじゃい、聡子に何の確認があるんじゃい。わしが聡子の親ねんねん。
聡子さんを電話先に出すの拒否されますか？
拒否なんて言っとらん。親がこの代わりに回答する言うとんねん。我今日はえらい強気やんねん。どういうつもりじゃい。お前、
もう一度お願いいたします。聡子さんを電話先に出していただけませんか
I'm surprised he didn't answer the question of the what's your name anyway. He'd thought dealing with government officials is a bit like playing whack-a-mole. If you hit them hard enough, they won't show up for a while. But today, whoever was on the phone seemed so provocative and self-assured. Tepe's sense of he'd definitely come to his house if he didn't put Sadako on. And if they sounded like that over the phone, if they came to the house, they might be bringing along more than just a couple of people. For all Tepe knew, they might even bring a police officer. If they did, he couldn't turn them away at the entrance. He knew too well just how scary police officers could be.
ちょいと待っとれや。風邪で寝とるとこ起こすんねん。時間くれや。
He covered the phone with his hand and spoke to Sadako downstairs.
おう、聡子よ。相談所の人がな、お話ししたいことあるっちゅうねん。ちょいと電話に出てんか。
Even though he had just been beating her, Tepe was addressing Sadako in a sweet, phony voice. It would disturb people to hear him talk like that. Sadako knew that his sweet voice was the scariest tone in the voice he had. She couldn't refuse after hearing him talk like that, so she obeyed him and went upstairs. Tepe grabbed Sadako's shoulders with all his might and whispered in her ear.
何のかんのあっても、わしら仲良し家族やんね。そこ間違えちゃダメやんね。な。はい。わしを怒らせると、サトシの部屋が大変なことになってまんの。よく覚えといてな。ああ、ちゃんとうまく電話ができたら、もう金輪際サトシの部屋には入らんと約束する。
His promise not worth anything.
どうや？な。
He squeezed her shoulders even tighter. Sadako contorted her face in pain.
わしら仲直りじゃ。な。
わかってますわ。仲良しですもの。
Tepe gave the phone to Sadako as soon as she nodded. He stood behind her, continuing to grip her shoulders tight. It was like a raptor gripping its prey with its sharp talons.
北条聡子さんですね。こちらは沖宮の生活相談所の原山と申します。いかがですか、その後は。
鉄平さんとの生活は問題ありませんか？
The volume of the phone was low enough that Tepe couldn't hear what they were saying. However, he squeezed Sadako's shoulders harder and urged her to say something, because the silence could be interpreted as a negative answer.
ええ。おじさんとの生活はその後もうまくいっていましたよ。
そうですか。問題ありませんか。え？ああ、はいはい。どうぞ。
もしもし。貞子か。俺だ。圭一だ。無事か。
ええ。
Will they break through to her?
無事ですわよ。
いいか、貞子。もう全部決着がつくぞ。児童相談所の所長は、お前がうんとうなずけば、即時に保護すると約束した。所長だけじゃないぞ。 岸骨市の市長もお前の救済に最優先指示を出してくれてる。へへ、すげえだろ。園崎家が全部手回しをしてくれたんだ。ミオンのばあさんがそこまで動いてくれたんだぜ。
Sadako always felt bitter towards the Sonozaki family, because they were often the ones talking behind her back. Talking about her back to back. She hated Orion most of all. It didn't make sense to her that Orion would do anything to help her.
確かにダム戦争以降、ひなみ沢に北条家の娘だというだけで、聡子を無視したり、冷たくする奴らがいたのは事実だ。
なんだろう。
俺は鈍感だから気づかなかったが、聡子は毎日そういう人たちの冷たい目線に傷つきながら生活してきたんだよな。でもな、そんなのは全部俺たちがぶち破ってやった。
Before we get too much far into this speech and monologue stuff, I'll end it here for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments. Until next time, see ya.